in many, many ways. I have to give credit to my core team. Sylvia is actually in Benson Home. And she saw me sitting here the one day and pulls up in her bicycle and she says, "What you doing?" Yeah.
She said, "What does it look like I'm doing?"
Yeah. And she says, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Not at all." And bless her heart, she texted me every morning and said, "Are you painting today?" And at 7:30 in the morning, she would show up and helped me every single day I was here. So, of course, I get a video call.
And I can say, for Sylvia's sake, she reverted to her 1960s vintage and created the psychedelic Roadrunner.
Oh.
That's
my favorite.
That's different than what Bonnie had, but thanks to...
So, as I got going, Sylvia's showing up, and at the end of the day, we had all these brushes. And cleaning brushes when you're tired is really a pain in the butt. And I said, I need a pool boy who does brushes. Jerry Brazil said, "I'll be your pool boy."
Little stud muffin you.
So he every day collected the brushes, he cleaned them, and what would happen is they would be out in the air, and within 5 minutes they were starting to crust up. So he would get these gnarly looking, oh geez, sorry.
They congratulate you.
No, it's birthday days for the kids. So he would take these gnarly brushes and try to figure out how to clean them enough that we could get them gnarly again. So thank you, Jerry. That was such a godsend. My superhero was Gary McClure, because I can only reach to about 6'2", and he's already that height. So Jerry and Gary did my top for me. We had the scaffolding that was donated by Sanchez, but even so, I could only get the hummingbirds painted. But we used stencils. We figured out a way to get it all put together to make it as easy as we could. All total, we started in January. We ended a week or so ago. We have about 300 hours of painting in this. Wow. It started with grid marks. Every foot so that we could take my drawings and put them onto the stucco. And even if you look at the drawings, we changed them. This was supposed to be a hummingbird, and in the middle of the night I wake up, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh no, I've got 2 hummingbirds on one side. And I'm like, I didn't do that. And I got up out of bed, turned on the computer, and for 6 months I had 2 sets of hummingbirds on one side and didn't notice it. So we'd already started painting the hummingbird, and I was like, I can't do that. The next morning I'm out here with paint and put on the Oriole. So, and it's beautiful. Yeah, it turned out good. It's a great color. But another key component was the people off the bike path. There's crews that come past every morning, and you'd be sitting here and it's hot, you're tired, and it's only 8 o'clock, and they come a-strutting through. Good morning. And so it was like, okay, what's the word of the day? The first team comes past, beautiful! Okay, we're ready to go somewhere. Next crew would come past, awesome! And we're like, okay, more paint, more paint. So to all you walkers, runners, bikers, thank you very much. You are our energy behind us. And I also, I don't know if they're here still. John and Audrey, Rockford, they were here. John, John would come up with his bicycle back and forth, and he'd always stop, and he'd sit there and he'd look like, John, what's wrong? Nothing. Even with our artist rendition, he's like, you know, maybe want to look at this. So your contribution was very much appreciated through all of this. So I hope you guys will enjoy this for years to come.
Yes.
Gary and I might think about doing another little one.
There's 2 more on the other side.
There's 9.
All night.
But we are.
I'll never get to see
I'm
my
going to do
sister.
coffee mugs. They're pictures. They will be the pictures off the pipe, and proceeds will go for helping supply more supplies for the next one. We have a lot of paint, but there's some other things that we need, mainly brushes. So thank you for your contributions, your support, and thank you for coming this morning. It was great
Thank
to have
you.
you. Okay, core group, back here. More photos. There.
All right. See you later. I'll see you at 12:30. Okay.
I'd like to say that Mission is going to hire your group.